Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best centers in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM right now. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. Number 10 is actually going to be a card who I don't think y'all would have expected to be number 10 at this point, but that's Chet Holmgren. The reason that I put Chet at number 10, I feel like his size at 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan, and his defensive ability, despite, yes, not being as complete badge-wise as most of the other cards in this list, definitely also that 48 strength is an issue. He's a great shooting big with admittedly not the best jump shot, but a guy who has the player build and inside defense with his paint patroller post lockdown, 7'1", 7'6" wingspan, all that type of stuff to compete against these top-tier bigs on the interior better than most anybody else. He's probably your best Wemby counter besides Wemby, honestly, in terms of physical ability, which also provides value. Still think he's very viable, like a competitive level big in a lot of ways. And I think 10 is probably the right spot for Chet. He's moved over a couple guys who previously were over him on previous iterations of this list, but are no longer on the top 10. And Chet does hold on to a top 10 spot. Number 9 is going to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, Kareem's biggest issue is that he has a low 3-ball rating and a not great 3-ball release. That is it. Besides that, he is a dominant inside big with great speed, amazing finishing and defense, needing shooting badges and playmaking badges, as well as off-ball pest and maybe even a couple other badges. But most importantly, the jumper's just not that great in a 62 3-ball. That's the only real issue. He can hit wide open, sure. He's just not a truly top-tier shooting big, and that's the only reason that he comes in at number 9, although he's a very, very good card. Number 8 is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is more of a power forward at this point, but I think you can definitely play him at center as well at a very high level. I mean, he's 6'11", has enough height for it, has the wingspan for it, has the defensive versatility for sure for it. Every single defensive badge in the game. 93 interior, 89 block, great speed, great finisher. And shooting wise, similarly to Kareem, not the best release, not the highest 3-ball, but he's so versatile off the dribble. Definitely one of the best shot creating bigs. No doubt about that. I don't know. The jumper's a little meh. It's the main thing, I think, again, is that lower 3-ball rating and the mediocre jumper that puts him at number 8 for me, but he's still a really good card. Like, he's very viable at the big man spot. But everybody else on this list is like a true big. Giannis is a little bit more of that combo big. Miles Turner, for example, is a pick and pop strap big. He's a versatile defender and an elite shooter. And he's got decent speed, very nice release, great interior defender, good finisher, like just solid as an inside big on both ends of the court. Good rebounder, good versatility defensively, good speed, fast jump shot, high 3-ball rating. The type of stuff you want from a big. Definitely a competitive level center in my team, no doubt about it. Really, really good card and deserves a spot on this list. And I think pretty high up. Like, number 7 is a totally fair spot for a card who's very, very good. Gives you a lot of value at the center position, no doubt about it. Number 6 is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. And I got to say, from Jaren on, it is very much opinion. I think literally between number 2 and number 6, it is pretty much opinion. You could argue Jaren, in my mind, as high as number 2 in the game at the center position. Now, he's only 6'10", but he's got a massive player build, 7'4" wingspan, very large. He looks taller than 6'10", plain and simple. 87 speed, 88 3-ball, 85 standing and driving dunk, amazing defender. The defensive badges are really, really good. So is Huff Poster, Area Wizard, and Rise Up. And he's a very good shooter as well, to be completely honest. Pretty darn complete card. Fast jump shot. I mean, very fast jumper. I mean, you want defense, you want finishing, which he's good at. You want speed, you got shooting, and you want a good player build. He's got all of it. He's able to compete at the center position as good as any big in my team. And again, like 2 through 6 is literally total opinion. I have Jaren at 6, but you could totally argue him several spots higher, and I would have no issue with it. He's an elite level card without a single doubt in my mind. Just very, very good option at the center spot. Now, coming in at number 5 is going to be another really good big who is another diamond. And I think he could even also, like, Sigma could also be argued higher. It all depends on how much you value the jump shot, I guess. But his biggest issue is only 78 speed, but he doesn't feel slow. He's 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, so he's got enough size. He's an elite shooter with an incredible release, and he's a really good defender in his own right. He's got key defensive badges. Great rebounder. His jumper is so smooth as well. KCP base is amazing, and Sarge jumper is really, really good as well. Now, he doesn't have any movement. He's not super fast. That's the only real issues with the card, but he's very good on the interior offensively and defensively. He's got a great release, great rebounding and defensive stats. And I mean, when you're maybe the best shooting big in the game, or at least one of the very top ones, that puts you pretty high on the list as well. He is really, really good. No doubt about it. Number 4, Akeem Olajuwon, who is Honestly, these top three that aren't number one are basically the same card in different fonts. Like Akeem is 87 speed, 84 three ball, 90 standing and driving dunk, amazing defender, good solid jump shot, shoots the ball well, nice popper, very good on the interior, offensively, very good rebounder, very good defender, just a great card with super complete stats. Like he is super duper good. And honestly, that's what I'm saying is that these next three guys are literally basically the same. Like Joel Embiid is just like Akeem. He's a very solid inside big. He's just like Akeem, has a mid 80s vertical. He's a very good rebounder. He's an elite versatile defender, a very solid pick and popper, good speed, solid finisher. He's got nice finishing badges. I mean, I know he's only got an 85 standing, 75 driving dunk, but the finishing badges are very good. Like he's another card who kind of does everything you want at the center position. He can shoot at a high level, great size, great defense, good speed, good rebounder, like all of the above. Again, very, very good card with no real significant flaws. And then at number 2 is the exact same card for the third time in a row, David Robinson, who in my opinion has my favorite of the three jumpers probably between Embiid, Akeem, and D-Rob. With that being said, you could really go either way with all three of these guys. They have very similar speed, very similar verts, very similar rebounding, very similar defense, very similar offensive ability, and similar shooters as well. Like I said, they're all the same size basically. They literally give you pretty much the exact same thing on the court, and I do believe it is pretty much personal preference who you prefer between those three guys, and even Sigma and Jaren as well. All 5 of those guys are legitimately competitive bigs, incredible cards, can compete at the very highest level, and any of them are incredible options for you to have at your center position. So if you need a center, any of those guys are great choices to try to add. But number 1, without a doubt, not even close, is Victor Wembanyama. Easily the best center in my team, and it's not even close. His jumper is even better than it was last year, which is incredible for a card who already was dominant last year and was the best big in the game last year when he came out, which he came out even later than this last year. 79 speed, 87 three ball. I know the speed isn't amazing, but he's 7'4". He's really good defensively. He's a great finisher. He's an elite rebounder. Again, he's 7'4". And most importantly, he's basically uncontestable. Unless you jump at him, his jumper is almost impossible to get a contest over open with, which is really pretty nuts. I mean, his size is insane. His jumper is glitchy. His finishing is insane and also very glitchy. And he's an unbelievable defender. And he's got enough speed to dominate on the interior and on the perimeter. I absolutely love Wemby. I believe he is very arguably the best card in the game. If you wanted to say he was the best card in the game, I have no issue with it whatsoever. I do believe he is an absolutely elite card in my team without a single shadow of a doubt about it. And a very, very good option who 100% is the best center in the game. And there's a reason I am willing to pay a lot of MT for that card, because he is just an absolute dog. With that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think of my list in the comment section below, if there's anything you change, all that type of stuff. And again, I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.